Once there was a mouse who was a very great devotee of Lord Krishna. His name was Bhakta Musika. Every day he would rise early in the morning to offer puja to his beloved Lord Krishna.
He Krishna Kurun Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Mosute.
Bhakta Musika would awaken all the other mice by his very loud chanting of
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare.
All the other mice knew it was time to rise when they heard the kirtan. Sometimes they would complain.
Why do we have to get up so early in the morning and chant this Hare Krishna? We just want to sleep. Yeah, we want to sleep. Sleep?
Bhakta Musika replied.
Why do you want to waste your days in useless sleep? Rise up and chant the names of Lord Krishna, and he will protect you from all danger. Will he protect us from the lion?
Asked one of the mice.
Oh, yes.
Answered Bhakta Musika.
Even from the lion.
One day after the morning puja, Bhakta Musika got all his friends together and informed them that he was running low on grains and must cross the great meadow to gather the winter supply.
Who would like to accompany me on my quest?
Everyone was silent, for they knew that the lion lived within that meadow and would gobble them up as soon as he saw them. Bhakta Musika said,
We shall chant Hare Krishna, and he will not bother us. Lord Krishna is sitting within the heart of the lion and every living entity.
Still trembling with fear, the other mice declined to volunteer.
All right then, I'll go alone,
exclaimed Bhakta Musika. All the other mice gasped in fear for Bhakta Musika. As he departed from the village, he heard,
Don't do it! You're a fool!
But depending on Lord Krishna, Bhakta Musika set out on his mission, thinking,
If Krishna likes, he can kill me. Or if he likes, he can protect me. No matter what, I'm his eternal servant, birth after birth.
All of a sudden, Bhakta Musika was standing right in front of the lion. He thought,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bhakta Musika was fearless in the face of death, for he knew that Lord Krishna was with him. Without any warning, Bhakta Musika felt the iron grip of the lion grab his tiny body. The lion picked him up and roared.
You dare come into my meadow? You will make a nice snack, for I am hungry.
My dear sir, I have only come to ask permission from you to borrow grains to offer to Lord Krishna. Perhaps if you let me go free, someday in the future, I will be able to help you.
The lion roared with laughter.
You must be crazy. How could a little rodent like yourself ever help a great personality as I? I shall let you go, for you must be crazy and not worthy of being a snack for me.
Bhakta Musika ran back to the village, where his friends and family were surprised to see him. They all chanted,
Bhakta Musika, you're back! Haribo!
Bhakta Musika began to tell the other mice about his encounter with the lion and how Lord Krishna saved him from the jaws of death. When he was finished, some of the villagers were astonished. Some were in disbelief and laughed at Bhakta Musika. He didn't care. He just went back to performing his devotional service to his beloved Lord Krishna. 2 days later, while the lion was prowling in the meadow for food, he stumbled upon a hunter's trap. With the ropes, the lion, confined and embarrassed, let out a tremendous roar. He thrashed about in the net, trying desperately to free himself. But the more he thrashed, the more he became entangled. Roaring and struggling in the net for 2 days, he gave out a last, desperate roar that could be heard across the meadow, through the valley, and over the mountain where Bhakta Musika lived.
I know that roar.
Shouted Bhakta Musika.
It's the lion. He must be in trouble.
As a devotee of Lord Krishna, he knew he must honor his promise to the lion, so he set out to see if he could help. The other mice in the village could not believe their eyes when they saw Bhakta Musika leaving, chanting Hare Krishna and determined to help the lion. As he left, he reminded all the mice in the village,
No matter how large or small, Lord Krishna accepts your service all the same.
Bhakta Musika ran down the mountain, through the valley, until he reached the meadow. There he saw the lion caught in the hunter's net, high in the tree. Bhakta Musika ran up the tree, down the branch to the rope which held the net.
Hare Krishna!
Bhakta Musika said to the lion, who was still roaring and struggling in the net, unable to hear him. Then the meek and humble devotee said at the top of his voice,
Hare Krishna!
This captured the lion's attention.
It is I, Bhakta Musika, at your service, Prabhu.
The lion felt warmth in his heart to see the devotee, but was unable to comprehend how this small creature could assist him in his problem. The lion cried.
How can you help me?
Bhakta Musika replied,
Lord Krishna teaches us if you just chant Hare Krishna, anything is possible.
The lion roared.
Hare Krishna!
Upon hearing the chanting of the lion, Bhakta Musika said,
Haribol!
Inspired by Krishna's mercy, with his sharp little teeth, he began to gnaw at the rope which held the lion captive. The more the lion chanted Hare Krishna, the faster and harder Bhakta Musika gnawed at the rope. Finally, with a snap, the rope broke and the lion was free.
I'm free!
Shouted the lion in great jubilation. The lion began to glorify Bhakta Musika over and over again, but Bhakta Musika insisted that it was only by Krishna's mercy that he was able to free the trapped lion. With sincerity and devotion, the lion proclaimed,
From this day on, I shall protect, not harm any creature in these meadows.
Placing Bhakta Musika on his head, the lion paraded the tiny mouse all around the meadow, through the valley, until he reached the mountain village of Bhakta Musika. Seeing the gigantic form of the lion coming into their village, all the mice ran for their lives.
Help! Yikes! Run! It's the lion! It's the lion! Hide! Everyone hide! Quick! It's the lion! Run faster! Faster! He's coming! Help! Help!
From the top of the lion's head, they heard a familiar voice.
Hare Krishna! Don't be afraid!
One of the mice shouted,
It's Bhakta Musika!
The tiny heads of the mice began to pop out from their hiding places all over the village.
Yes, it is I, Bhakta Musika, and my new friend, the lion.
With amazement in their eyes, all the mice understood that, by the mercy of Lord Krishna, Bhakta Musika had befriended the most fierce of all creatures, the lion.